Tonight, intense backlash over hockey commentator Don Cherry's remarks attempting to shame new Canadians for not wearing poppies. Politicians, the NHL, and even Ron MacLean have publicly come out to say what he said was wrong. Comments that people of color who have family who served in the war find offensive and say require an apology from Cherry himself.
You people love you that come here, whatever it is. You love our way of life. You love our milk and honey. At least you could pay a couple of bucks for poppies or something like that. These guys pay for your way of life.
These are the words many are describing as despicable, racist, and un-Canadian.
He's misinformed and doesn't want to be informed. The reality is that so many people who are of color, racialized people from all over the world, paid the ultimate price.
People like the great uncle of Hania Sheikh, who served in the Second World War.
My family died for his freedoms as well. And they fought, as being South Asian and Muslim, they fought along Allied forces. And a lot of these people came as a result of, I guess, their colonial relationships.
Cherry's comments also forcing Sportsnet to step in, issuing an apology that reads in part, Don's discriminatory comments are offensive and they do not represent our values and what we stand for as a network. We have spoken to Don about the severity of this issue and we sincerely apologize for these divisive remarks. While Cherry has been receiving much of the criticism, Ron MacLean has also been the target of the backlash. During Cherry's rant, MacLean sat there silently, but broke that silence earlier tonight during the Rogers hometown hockey broadcast. Rogers is the parent company of Sportsnet and City TV.
I owe you an apology, too. That's the big thing that I want to emphasize. I sat there, did not catch it, did not respond. Last night was a really great lesson to Don and me. We were wrong. And I sincerely apologize, and I wanted to thank you for calling me and Don on that.
Politicians, including Mayor John Tory, also tweeting out his thoughts, saying Mr. Cherry should come to Old City Hall tomorrow, where he would see thousands of Canadians of all ages, nationalities, faiths, and backgrounds honoring our veterans.
The reality is that this country was built not only by the sacrifice of Canadian soldiers and of white Canadian soldiers, but of black Canadian soldiers, of brown Canadian soldiers, and of people all over the world.
Do I, call for his resignation? No. But I call for an apology. I encourage him to speak to some of those immigrants that he sees in Mississauga.
As for an apology from Don Cherry himself, there hasn't been one issued, at least not yet. The Canadian Broadcast Standards Council, the group which takes and investigates serious complaints against Canadian media, says on its website it cannot handle any more complaints regarding Cherry or his controversial comments.